I don't know if it's talked about enough, but it sucks when you have a sizable capacity or understanding and empathy towards another person. Because let's say somebody hurt you. Now you sit down and process the pain that they caused you, and then you think to yourself, okay, that's not personal. I can't take it personally because it's not about me. And then your mind starts to think about their actions, what could have caused it. And you realize that what drove them to do something is also tragic, which is why you understand their actions. And when you start to understand somebody's actions, it's really hard to stay angry with them. Instead, you empathize, and then you think, you know what they did was wrong, but I absolutely understand why they thought that was the right decision or the right move at that time. You don't forgive them just yet, but it's just once you understand something, the anger dissipates, and you're now left with this feeling of sadness, not just for you, but also for this other person. And that is also why I think that a huge part of loving someone is having not just the capacity to empathize, but also to understand. Because if you are able to understand a stranger, it's not about you having feelings for them or romantic or otherwise. It's just that you as a person is you're overflowing with this exorbitant amount of love that you truly can't find it within yourself to stay within the frequency or state of being angry, because you have so much love to give and you freely give it to other people. But a lot of people don't know how to receive love or interpret that love, and so they act in ways where we think that we were rejected. But we were rejected because, or the love that we gave was rejected because they never really learned how to accept love or even understand what true love looks like. We always just have these notions from what we see on TV. Some people, they treat movies from Hollywood as their Bible, and others, they just have this deep conditioning within them that they absorbed from their environment, especially their parents growing up. That's why it baffles us when people just can't be decent and give us understanding when it's so easy for us to do that. It's just an innocent form of pure love for another human being who's doing their best. Somehow they can't extend you the same grace. So it's frustrating. And then we're back into the loop of, oh yeah, maybe because this and that, and now you understand. It's completely impossible to sit with anger, because anger leaves right away. You also can't hate, because there's no reason to put forth such a negative emotion to somebody who very clearly needs that understanding and love in that moment. That is my beef with being so understanding and empathetic. Despite having my beef with my immense capabilities, I never had any resentment for it. There are times that I thought that it sucks, but at the same time, it's also a signal that you naturally have an abundant baseline, and that's very difficult to fake. A lot of people have tried, but when you don't have a natural capacity for something, it requires so much energy from you. And because it requires so much energy, the result is you're gonna be drained. So you can easily tell people from being authentic with it and not. So that's also a plus side with it. So let me just leave you with this. It's a quote that I carry with me at all times the minute that I read it. Okay? So respect your capacity, but just because you're capable of holding so much more doesn't mean you should. And now we sit with that.